We were gonna also take a look at this Highway 35 World Race Power Raceway, but it doesn't work. Yeah, maybe another day when I find a version of this that works. Oh well.
Swampy Set's gonna have to wait. Greetings everyone, welcome back to Tesla's Cube. I'm AcceleReece, and behind the camera is Jomo.
Yo, what's up?
And you're watching a Cube review. Today, we're doing a review of the Hot Wheels World Race Highway 35 Power Raceway slot car set. Now, we did the AcceleReece's slot car set in a previous episode a long time ago, and I mentioned this set because I had one that was incomplete and it didn't work. And I planned on one day maybe coming back to this set once I got a complete one that did work. And I forgot about it for a while, but I did finally get one that is complete, or at least the eBay seller tells me it's complete and that it works. I really hope it does, because then this would be awkward. So yeah, that's right. They did a slot car set for Highway 35 World Race. Now, there was a second slot car set that was labeled Highway 35 World Race, but that one bears no resemblance to World Race aside from the logo on the box. The cars don't even have liveries or anything, so I don't really count that one. But this one is completely World Race themed. It comes with cars that are World Race themed. You have a Wave Rippers Deora II, as well as a Road Beasts Ballistik. These are the two cars that come in the set. Now, these slot cars are a little different than the AcceleReece's slot car set. These are like a 1/64, almost HO scale kind of slot car, and these are more of a larger 1/43 scale. You can see this is a piece of track from this set, and this is a piece of track from the slot car set. You can see it's a lot wider.
A lot thicker rails.
Yeah, and the slot's a little wider, but the cars do fit, so we're gonna try some of the AcceleReece's cars in this set as well once we get it put together. So before we crack this bad boy open and put it together and clean it up and see if it works and give it a shot, why don't we take a look at the box art as we usually do here on Cube Reviews. So we got the set right here, this figure 8 with a bridge right there. We got the two cars, we got the controllers. Hopefully they don't start smoking this time. This is a battery powered racing set, which means we're gonna have to get some batteries for this battery pack.
4D batteries.
4D batteries. I totally forgot about that. I thought this was one you plug into the wall. So hopefully I got some D batteries on hand.
Buying some D.
Buying some D. Classic racing circuit. Circuito Clásico de Carreras. Circuit Classic. We got caution, not suitable for children under 5 years. Products may contain functional sharp edges, tracks, and controllers plugs.
If they start smoking, I think it's not suitable for like children in general, not just 5.
It's not suitable for humans. For use under direct supervision of adult. Oh no, we need an adult. 2 vehicles included. As you can see, we got a Wave Rippers logo right there for Deora II, as well as a Road Beast logo right there for Ballistik. You know what's interesting is the wheels on Ballistik. Those are the wheels that are on the first edition Ballistik, aren't they?
I believe so, yeah.
So this is really cool artwork here. But then up here, we got the Highway 35 World Race logo and Power Raceway. Moving on to the back, got an overview of the track here. The other layouts you can make like an oval or a square. Here's another shot of the cars. This time it's like an image of them instead of some artwork. Easy to assemble track system. Over 8 feet of racing action. And then up here, this is really cool. We got this World Race logo with that art of the Deora II. And then all the team leaders there. We got Banji, Kurt, Vert, Taro, and Kadeem. Dispose of batteries safely. Man, I'm getting worried. There's a lot of warning labels on this.
Might start smoking.
Yeah, this might be a fire hazard.
And then you got HotWheels.com. Go to HotWheels.com. What's on HotWheels.com now? Fucking nothing. No flash games, nothing. It's just advertisements for products. There's no reason to go to HotWheels.com.
All the fun stuff has been removed. All right, without further ado, let's open this bad boy up and pray that it is complete. This has been used before. Oof. That track does not look good.
This is very crudely wrapped.
Yeah, this was eBay package. This isn't how the original packaging would look. But yeah, look at those rails. I'm a little worried.
Oh wow, what is that? Like just scratches and corrosion?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some thorough cleaning.
Yeah.
Fucking eBay.
Oh, they didn't even put the stickers on it.
Yeah, we got the stickers and everything. We do have replacement parts in the other set if some parts play up on this, so maybe we can kind of combine the sets to make a complete working set. I don't know, we're gonna have to find out. Here's our two cars. It looks like these are the original baggies.
Yeah, like mid condition.
But the seller said this was used before, so I don't know.
Yeah, because all these blue track pieces look like they're still like wrapped how they were.
Yeah, it looks like all they used was the orange slot car track. I wonder if they were like combining the track with other track they had. But it does look to be complete. All right, we got all kinds of little bibs and bobs. We got the controllers here. Man, those are tiny. Is your big fat hand gonna be able to fit over that, Jomo?
I don't have a fat hand. What are you talking about?
You're too fat, you need exercise. We got some stickers here that have not been applied, which is nice. And then we got all of our straight track here. Yeah, all the rails look pretty bad on these. So that's kind of worrying. So here's all the pieces laid out. I got 4 batteries here. Hopefully they have enough charge. So we got some instructions here. So there's the cars and all of our pieces here. There's the inside of the instructions. And yeah, so I think we're just gonna have to put this thing together. We got our cleaning supplies here. We're gonna clean the rails and hopefully get this thing up and working. All right, here's how the track comes together. It's kind of like the AcceleReece's track, but it's a little bigger. All right, you can see our rails are kind of rough looking. Hopefully this works. All right, well, then I'll just snap my fingers and it'll be put together. You ready? And there it is. The Hot Wheels World Race Power Raceway slot car set all put together. It took us way too long to put this together. Ballistik was running pretty good, but Deora II was having some trouble. I had to take it apart and lubricate it. And
Still might not work well.
yeah, makes adjustments. It took a while to get this together. It was very difficult. The risers are just kind of, the track just kind of sits on the risers. I got some stickers here and they go on these little signs, so I'm gonna put them on a while. Jomo's over there putting the guardrails on. We got these little signs here. There's one for wave rippers and one for road beasts, for Banshee and Vert. Jomo, you put all the guardrails on. How easy did they come together?
It wasn't the hardest in the world. They kind of just slot on. You got to make sure they like click into place and then you're good.
And then we got this start line that says Highway 35 World Race.
It's a little bent.
Yeah, it's literally just like a piece of like thick paper, and then like these little poles have little hooks on them that there's little holes that punch out of the paper and you literally just hook it on there. We got 4D batteries in our battery powered racing power pack here, and we got the 2 controllers all plugged in. So a little tangled. Yeah. No, wait. Yeah. So what do you say, Jomo? Moment of truth. So should we push the throttle and see if these cars start racing?
Yeah, give it a go.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we got a crash. Oh. Did you see it? That jumped from one side of the track to the other. Well, they work. That's good.
And the guardrails work too.
Yeah, the guardrail. Now I understand why the guardrails are there, because considering we have this on the table, it's actually a really good thing the guardrails are there, because the cars would literally just fly off onto the ground. So that kind of works out, doesn't it? Okay.
Maybe don't have it at full throttle.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to race each other and you know, feather the throttle a bit, but I'm not sure if I can do that with both hands. Because Deora II is much slower. See, it's getting stuck. Deora II plays up a bit. Ballistik runs really smoothly. You know what's funny is we had a very similar experience with the AcceleReece set, where one car worked really well and then one car just kind of didn't. It's kind of a toss-up with these kinds of sets, whether or not they work super well. Yeah, you get stuck. These cheap slot car sets are always a toss-up because they get old and they age and then they don't work as well. Well, I get him going, but then he crashes. Come on, Vert. When you were at the skate park, you weren't just hanging around. Or were you? Come on. Yeah, Deora II just does not do super well.
That motor's not doing well either. You can hear it.
Yeah, the motor struggles. We tried the other two cars from my other copy of the set, and they just don't even move at all. Yeah, I think we might just have to stick with Ballistik for a while. Well, Jomo, do you want to try?
No.
You're supposed to say yes.
Sure.
So it's basically a figure eight. Of course, we got our curves here.
Yeah.
And then we got this cool trestle bridge it comes over. The starting line right here. Although these parts do just clip on and clip off, so you could put them wherever you want on the track.
It's great.
Starting line wouldn't have to be right here.
It's awesome.
The signs also wouldn't have to be there, but I thought that would be a good place to put them. This one keeps getting crooked. The battery packs kind of just plug in right here where these circles are. There's kind of just like metal circles and they just kind of slot in there. They're very easy to put together. Same with the guardrails, they kind of just clip on. All right, we're gonna try Banji versus Banji. Yeah, the other one's not moving. Oh. No. Yeah, he's seen better days. Well, now we know which one is the silencer. All right, well, let's try the AcceleReece's cars and see if they move at all. That's gonna be a no from me, Chief.
Imagine if this was it for the movie. It's just a fucking figure eight. They go over it like 1,000 times.
Yeah, they're like, welcome to Highway 35, and this is it. It's just this figure eight. Basically a go-kart track. Man, this is the most boring race I've ever done. That was supposed to be Banji. That was Banji's voice.
That was racist.
So if I go full throttle, bam, crashes. That's what the guardrails were for. So if I speed up on the straightaways and slow down on the curves, yeah, this isn't like a professional grade slot car set. This is kind of just a toy made for kids. Maybe something to get a kid started in the hobby of slot cars. It's a good gateway set. But stuff like this just does not age well because this stuff does work on metal contacts, like any other slot car set or a model train. Just metal contacts to a motor. It's picking up the power from these metal rails. Now, the reason this set was made was because Mattel bought out Tyco in 1997. As you know, Tyco were a huge manufacturer of slot cars. So Mattel acquired a lot of the toolings and a lot of the sets that Tyco used to make. Around the late 90s to early 2000s, they made a lot of these Hot Wheels slot car sets using Tyco stuff. This was one of them, and the AcceleReece's vertical stunt set was another one of them. And this is mesmerizing. You just watch it go around forever.
The cars in these sets, even though they're new toolings for the bodies, they use like Tyco internals. So like the motors and the brushes and whatnot, that's all Tyco parts. Same with the tracks themselves, it's all just Tyco stuff.
Yeah, all the infrastructure was there. Hot Wheels basically inherited all this tech.
They did stuff for 1/64th and 1/43rd. Now, 1/64th, it was originally marketed as 187, so that's HO. But they later switched their marketing tactics to 1/64th because it was also closer to scale to that.
I also believe there are some Hot Wheels slot cars that are the traditional HO scale slot cars as well. Yeah, as it's going around, it's actually moving the track, the whole track this way. Like it's gonna fall off. I think the battery pack is the only thing keeping it on there. So let's just try to get Deora II going. Oh, we did it! I got one lap in with the Deora II. All right, Jomo, let's see your driving skills. You crashed. You killed Banji. How dare you?
Wee paw and stuff. I just find it funny when it flies off and crashes into the guardrails.
Like Banji's in the driver's seat, like, he's like, fuck! Ow! Hey, watch it, amigo!
Oh, it bent the guardrail.
Did it? Yeah. Yeah, you're right, it did. The clip came off.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Dude, we almost had a disaster because the contacts are still making contact. Why do you keep crashing him? Oh.
What if we just keep crashing him until he like breaks all the guardrails off?
Kind of just hold the throttle down halfway. Don't keep pushing it all the way down.
Hell yeah, there's one of them popped off.
Did you just gonna purposely crash?
Yeah, just gonna see how many times I can bust a guardrail.
All right, Banji destroys the track. Here we go. Oh, off the cliff. Don't break the car. It's the only one we have that works. Did he go backwards?
Yeah.
Drive it backwards.
You can full throttle it backwards.
You can go 300 miles per hour in reverse.
Yeah.
Dadgum, he's the world's best backwards driver. Yeah, maybe make him go forward. Can you do a burnout for me? All right, there we go. There we go. Look at that. Burnout. And there he goes. Whoa! He done got dead. Okay, stop full throttling it, please. Dude, stop that. Now where'd it go?
It's right there.
Where?
Right there.
Right where?
Right there.
I don't, what?
It's right there.
Right where? Oh. Oh, it's under there. You seem to be having a lot of fun there, Jomo. No, you can stop, but it seems like you're having a bit too much fun.
I'm overjoyed.
Beautiful sound. It's all made of plastic. It's very kind of flimsy plastic. It feels cheap. The set just overall just feels cheap. This came, I guess, used. The rails looked pretty rough. And it wasn't even really used that hard. I mean, that's what the seller said, and I can kind of tell, but yeah, you can tell this is kind of a cheaply made set.
And it was missing one piece. There was a guardrail missing, so they lied.
Yes, I had to get...
Seller lied.
We had to get an extra guardrail piece from my the other copy of the set I have. It's incomplete, so... So, Jomo, which slot car set do you prefer? This one or the AcceleReece's one?
Now, I love 1/64th, so I'm gonna have to say the AcceleReece's one. Plus, I think those vehicles just have a little bit more detail to them, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to prefer the AcceleReece set over this one. It just had a lot more going on. And while it was just as, if not as finicky as this one is, it was just more dynamic and there was more going on. It had a loop, it had the whole vertical stunt. It was more Hot Wheels, and of course, yeah, the cars are pretty awesome. So yeah, that one was just a lot more interesting. With this one, it's just not a whole lot to talk about. It's a figure eight. The bridge is pretty cool. I like the bridge aspect of it.
The cars drive.
One car drives.
Yeah, the one car drives.
Yeah, I'm glad at least one of them goes, because this would have been a really bad review if we put them on the track and nothing moved. All right, well, that was the Hot Wheels Highway 35 World Race Power Raceway slot car set. What a mouthful. We put it together, we reviewed it. There's not a whole lot to talk about with this one. It barely works. Well, that was a review. That was definitely the review of all time.
Definitely was.
I'm not impressed with this set. I don't like it. I'll probably just keep it in the box and it'll sit in the corner.
Don't kid him. You're just gonna throw it away right in the trash.
No, I'm not gonna throw away. I'm just, it's gonna stay in my collection. That's basically the only reason I buy something like this is because I'm a completionist, gotta have it in my world race collection. But I don't see myself ever getting it back out of the box again and giving it a shot. Thank you for tuning in to Tesla's Cube and watching our cube review of this set. The next review, I promise this time, will actually be the Swamp Beast track set from AcceleReece. Guys, take care, drive to survive. Peace.
Peace.